so she leave her best friends. Bust out my dad base, your chain is a neck. Go that, please don't go that.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we went stadium in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and holding comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in a bed like him. Cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstage. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. His people are oppressed. And I'm going to change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Niner defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be #1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Cunningham. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit, force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
On second down, it's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Well, this defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And when I was reviewing the stats from last week's game, I actually had to put them down and come back to them later because when I read it first, I thought it was a typo or a misprint. One thing to hold someone under 100 yards in the game, that's incredible. Under 50.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Play action. Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And this is one of those something's got to give games. You got the number 1 passing team in the NFL against the number 1 defense against the pass. A lot of times, the battle's in the trenches. We know that. We see it all the time. But this one, this game's going to be won on the outside.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Niners first down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th.
We changed it.
Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call a defensive power play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown. First and goal from the 6. Again, Jackson. Touchdown, 49ers. Dalton Kincaid, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now this throw caught left side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Walker now on 1st and 10. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to try and do this himself. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Here's Cunningham. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Motion man right is Rice. On 4th down, Cunningham. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think the teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On the option right is Jackson. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 14. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dalton Kincaid, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
On the return is Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Cunningham to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Cunningham.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
The 20, 5, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the...
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
They'll send Rice in motion.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Rig alert, rig alert.
Throwing after the interception, Cunningham. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Seven Pirates. Go street.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, here's Cunningham. Eluding the pressure right.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, the incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Cunningham.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Jackson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And Jackson throwing once more. This will be caught just inside the 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But in
touchdown!
Jordan Addison
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Cunningham going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored.
They've got his man complete.
And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50.
A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
In motion right, Olave.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
3rd and 5.
Jackson will throw again.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Throwing is Jackson. Out to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown 49ers! Aaron Jones from a yard out. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
34. Bears nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Go, Jack! Go, Jack! Ready?
And they'll begin by running the option.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Come on!
And the Bears first down.
On the counter, it's Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Motion man right is Rice.
70 Rangers! 70 Rangers!
Now Cunningham. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now Cunningham. Under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Olave holds it in. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They go play action now. Jackson. This is caught by Addison. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Complete to Jordan Addison.
They go play action with Jackson. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points.
Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Niners are on their way to a 2-0 start. And now it's blocked. The Bears pick it up. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
they can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
On 1st down, it's Cunningham. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago. Chase Claypool. 53 yards. And the Bears are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. And he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Sit up.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
He gets it to Addison.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago. So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cunningham to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all. And
since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is season with my passion. Who's the best MC? Cole, Kendrick, and me. Instead of comparing the 3, let us exist in peace. I'm really just getting started. You've only witnessed the tease. 10,000 steps ahead as I choke on it. 2017 was my moment of truth. I was a year away from not being known as a youth. Approaching manhood, peach fuzz covered my chin. Even then I would leave rap, going with the wind. I'm not a Muslim, so why would I lie or pretend? I'm not too good at following trends. I am the trend, I am the truth, I am the God, I am the Zen. There is no way around it, my just make amends. These flows are coated golden. If you the then I must be the cold and exploding what the commode is. Real soon they gonna have to mention Mr. Clay the magician with the greatest of Drizzy, Drakes, and Wheezies, Andres and Jiggers, Pac, Biggie, and Nas, Face Mob, Yeezy, and Raekwon. It's easy to say these things looking for clout, but this is none.